Hi, it's Craig from Scratch Golf Life. Today we're going to be discussing my new driver. Yes, I've got a new driver in the bag. It was forced upon me. I'll explain why that is, and also I'm going to tell you what driver I've gone for and why I've gone for it and the process I went through that actually ended up with me deciding to go with this driver. Okay, let's get cracking. Right, so I went over to Southport, which is where I grew up playing golf, went to see a friend, went to test out some drivers, and I hit the Ping 425 Max, the Ping 425 LST, the Taylormade Sim2, the Cobra Rad Speed, and the Callaway Maverick drivers. Newsflash for you, there's no magic wand with a club head on the end that's going to make the ball go 20 yards further. So after hitting all of those drivers, which driver did I end up going for? Well, I've ended up going for the Ping 425 Max driver. Now, between all of those drivers that I hit, there was 8 yards average distance between the shortest one and the longest one, okay? So, let's get real, folks. In the real world, are 8 yards going to make any difference to my golf game? The truth is, it's going to make no difference whatsoever. So after hitting all of those drivers, why did I go for the Ping 425 Max? Was it the longest? No, it wasn't the longest. It was actually down near the shortest, but you know, we're only talking about, in this case, 6 yards shorter than the one that went the longest. So why did I go with the Ping 425 Max? Simply because when we looked at the dispersion, the other drivers, yes, they went a little bit further, but they were sprayed left and right. Not dramatically, but more than I'd like. Whereas this bad boy, the dispersion was so much smaller, and I'm going to hit way more fairways with this bad boy than any of those other drivers. And that's way more valuable and important to me than hitting it 8 yards further. Well, the reason I've had to change my driver is because my old faithful and trusty Taylormade SLDR driver, which I've had in the bag for, God, must be about 6 years. Every time I tried a new driver, there was no significant improvement, so I just kept it in the bag. But the other day I hit it, it made a little bit of a strange sound, and when I inspected the head, there was actually quite a significant hairline crack in it. So unfortunately the SLDR is dead. So with the Ping 425 Max, what is a bit different about other drivers that I've used? So I've used Taylormade drivers for a long time. Behind the ball, this is a lot bigger head than what I've used in the past. It took a little bit of getting used to, but you know what, after a while I've got used to it. I've just got to tee it up a little bit higher. The turbulators on the top, you know, I don't find that offensive at all. I wouldn't say it's something that I particularly like, and I very much doubt whether it's given me any extra clubhead speed. The only thing that I don't like too much is the sound of it, and you know what, I can get over that as long as I keep looking up and seeing the ball going where I want it to go. That's what's so good about this driver. The forgiveness on it is off the chart. So I don't know whether you'll pick up the sound as I hit this one, but it's very tinny, very tinny. Left side of the fairway. Right side of the fairway. I've absolutely nailed that. That's right down the middle. Now, that was a really toey strike, yet it's just in the semi-rough, just off the fairway down the left-hand side. I can't tell you how good the forgiveness is on this Ping driver. It's absolutely insane. Here are those 4 tee shots. Now, interestingly, this was the really toey strike. Okay, so this one's just off the fairway on the left, but unbelievably, it's the same distance as two others that I felt like I hit far better, much more out the middle of the club face. And there's one right in the centre here. I think this one got a good kick down because it was on left side of the fairway. This one, which I sort of just pushed a little bit, is literally just off the fairway. And the one that I absolutely nailed is right in the middle, but only gone, I mean, what's that? 15 yards, I don't know, 15 yards, not even that, 10 yards. You know, the consistency in this is just absolutely unbelievable. Conclusion, I wasn't planning on changing my driver, but I had to do it, and I'm so glad that it's happened. This driver is so easy to hit, it gives you so much confidence, because you know that any off-centre hits are not going to have any drastic results. It just gives you so much confidence to put such a positive, good golf swing on it, because you haven't got any worries about where it might go. That is worth its weight in gold. So if you're looking for a new driver out there, and I, you know, absolutely really want to put the point across that keeping the ball in play and keeping it on the fairway is way more valuable and important to me than another 10 yards. Okay, driver technology has gone as far as it can go. You know, I didn't try out the new Taylormade Stealth, I didn't try out the new Callaway Rogue, but honestly, even if they went a little bit further, I still wouldn't have gone for anything else, because keeping the ball in play has got to be paramount at all times. So if you're in the market for a new driver, then I highly recommend going for the G425 Max. I did try the LST version. Yes, the spin numbers on the launch monitor were better. Yes, it went a little bit further, but its dispersion was a lot wider. Those heely and toey strikes, you know, whereas with the Max were staying on the left and the right of the fairway, with the LST they were going a bit more offline, so that's why I decided not to go for the LST and I went for the Max. But overall, I'm super happy. It's in the bag for this year, can't wait. I look forward to hitting it every single time I get it out the bag. Talking about the bag, in my next video I'm going to be doing what's in the bag for 2022, because I've changed 75% of my golf clubs, and the way I've done it, I've managed to save around £2,500 to £3,000. So keep an eye out for that next video, and until then, stay safe, enjoy your golf, and I'll see you in the next video.